There's been a lot of confusing information coming out of Washington, D.C. following President Trump's executive order to dismantle the Department of Education. While we don't yet know the administration's full vision for student loans going forward, one question that keeps coming up is, could there be a sale of the federal student loan portfolio? The short answer is yes. A statute technically allows for it. But is it a smart investment for any private buyer? No. In this video, I'm going to explain exactly why the $1.6 trillion federal student loan portfolio is a buyer beware prospect. If the president chooses to sell the debt portfolio, he'd likely do so using a law which allows the government to sell direct loans to a private buyer, provided that the sale not result in any cost to the federal government. Well, we've done the analysis, and I can tell you that the numbers don't add up. First, the government's own most recent estimate shows that it's subsidizing 31 cents on every loan dollar, putting the break-even cost at around $1.08 trillion. That's the sale price required to meet the statute. Second, that number is almost certainly wrong. It's calculated using a government model that has proven wildly off base in the past. Third, even assuming an accurate number, the student loan portfolio will always be worth more to the government than to a private buyer. For one reason, Secretary Linda McMahon is turning on wage garnishment and offset of tax refunds and Social Security payments for the first time since 2020. This is important because we expect that nearly 1 in 4 student loan borrowers will be in default by the fall. But only the government can use these wide-ranging collection powers. And a private buyer would face legal obstacles to collection, missing records, bad accounting, even arguments about the legality of the transfer itself, that the government sidesteps because it has sovereign immunity. Congress could take steps to bring down the break-even price of the student loan portfolio to facilitate its sale, by changing the accounting rules or stripping away some of the sovereign immunity protections the government claims as a debt collector, or by proactively writing off or canceling debt that will never be repaid in a student borrower's lifetime. And there is plenty of that in the portfolio. So at the end of the day, would anyone want to buy this inflated and likely miscalculated loan portfolio? It's not clear that a rational or non-corrupt person would. In fact, private investors once attempted to invest in a student debt vehicle, the National Collegiate Student Loan Trust, and that resulted in decades of lawsuits and no returns. In fact, it was dubbed one of the worst performing investments ever created by Wall Street. One thing is clear, sale or not, it's time for lawmakers and the public to have an honest conversation about the actual cost of the federal student loan program and what this $1.6 trillion debt really costs borrowers and taxpayers. I'm Eileen Connor, President and Director of the Project on Predatory Student Lending. Thanks for staying with me on this explanation. If you're interested in learning more, our detailed report breaks it down even further.